They emerged from the shadows, their golden eyes piercing through the dim light of dusk. With each step, they moved with a grace that belied their power, their presence a silent proclamation of dominance, and ruled with silent dominance. Their strides were purposeful, each movement calculated, as if they were aware of the weight of their legacy. The Bushveld, once a place of chaos and uncertainty, now had new rulers who brought with them an air of order and control. In the vast African bush, a new story was beginning to unfold, whispered on the wind. The landscape, bathed in the soft hues of dawn, seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. Every blade of grass, every rustle of leaves, seemed to echo the arrival of these majestic creatures. These were not just any lions, they carried an aura of mystery and quiet confidence. Their eyes, deep and knowing, seemed to hold secrets of the ages. As they moved through the bush, their presence was both a promise and a warning. Their arrival was marked by a subtle shift in power, a creeping realization among the wild that new kings had arrived. The other animals, sensing the change, adjusted their behaviors, their instincts guiding them to respect the new hierarchy. Other predators seemed to melt away at their approach, acknowledging a superior force. Hyenas, wild dogs, and even the stealthy leopards gave way, their own survival instincts urging them to avoid confrontation with these new rulers. Their strategy of quiet intimidation set them apart, making every creature aware of their watchful eyes. The lion's gaze was enough to send a shiver down the spine of any who dared to challenge their authority. It was a strategy that required no roar, no display of aggression, just the sheer power of presence. The story of these magnificent beasts was destined to be one of dramatic contrasts. By day, they were the epitome of calm and grace, their movements almost poetic. By night, they transformed into formidable hunters, their roars echoing through the darkness, a reminder of their dual nature. They would carve out a significant domain, leaving an indelible mark on the chronicles of the wild. Their territory, marked by their scent and presence, became a testament to their reign. Within this domain, they nurtured their pride, ensuring the continuation of their legacy. Yet, their reign would not be eternal, as challenges would arise, leading to a poignant disappearance. Rival lions, natural disasters, and the ever-changing dynamics of the wild would test their dominance. Their story, like all great tales, was one of rise and fall. Their story serves as a reminder of the ephemeral nature of power and the enduring mysteries of the wild. As they faded into the wilderness, their legacy remained, a silent testament to the transient yet impactful nature of their existence. The Bushveld, ever-changing, continued to whisper their tale, a story of power, grace, and the unending cycle of life. Their origins trace back to the Manyeleti Game Reserve bordering Kruger National Park. Sons of the formidable Thanda Impi males, they inherited size, strength, and boldness. Born into the Naru pride, they learned the intricacies of lion society and survival. The name Tumbela, meaning to hide, reflected their elusive nature. Leaving their natal pride was a critical juncture, stepping out to forge their own destiny. Their early years were a profound apprenticeship, setting the stage for their emergence as a formidable coalition. The reasons for their departure from Manyeleti remain a mystery. Some speculate that dwindling resources or internal conflicts might have driven them away. Others believe it was the natural instinct of young males to seek new territories and establish their own dominance. Whatever the cause, their journey was inevitable. These young males embarked on a perilous journey southwards. The path was fraught with dangers, from treacherous landscapes to the ever-present threat of rival predators. Each step they took was a testament to their resilience and determination. Navigating unfamiliar territories, they faced threats from rival lions and the wilderness. The dense forests and open plains were both a challenge and an opportunity, testing their survival skills to the limit. They had to be constantly vigilant, always on the lookout for danger. Their destination was the Sabi Sands Game Reserve, a challenging yet rewarding arena. Known for its rich biodiversity and fierce competition, Sabi Sands was a place where only the strongest could thrive. It was here that they hoped to carve out a new life. The journey hardened them, solidifying their reliance on one another. Through countless trials and tribulations, they learned the importance of unity and cooperation. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, a crucial factor for their survival in the new territory. Observers noted their arrival, cautious and probing existing territories. The young lions were methodical in their approach, carefully assessing the new environment and its inhabitants. They knew that any misstep could be fatal in this competitive landscape. The Sabi Sands, a complex mosaic of territories, was fiercely defended. Each pride had its own domain, and the newcomers had to navigate this intricate web of boundaries. Establishing their own territory would require both strength and strategy. Their survival depended on remaining unseen, fighting when challenged, and seizing opportunities. Stealth and cunning became their greatest allies, allowing them to hunt effectively and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Every encounter was a test of their growing prowess. The journey south was a rite of passage, transforming them into a coalition poised to assert dominance. As they roared together at sunset, standing on a hill overlooking their new territory, it was clear that they had not only survived, but thrived. Their story was just beginning, a testament to the enduring spirit of the wild. Upon arrival in southern Sabi Sands, the Tumbela males observed and strategized. They assessed the strengths and weaknesses of existing prides and coalitions. Their primary target was the territory held by the Othawa pride. The Tumbela coalition, comprising 4 powerful individuals, mounted a serious challenge. The takeover of the Othawa pride's territory was pivotal in their rise. By ousting the previous males, they gained control of valuable territory and lionesses. This victory announced a new formidable power ready to claim its dues. With the Othawa pride under their dominion, they solidified their control and transformed into territorial rulers. The Tumbela males established control over the Othawa pride, growing their reputation. Their elusiveness continued to be a hallmark of their reign. Masters of appearing and vanishing, they were difficult to track. Their power was undeniable, presenting a united and formidable front. Tales of their strength and coordination circulated, earning them respect and fear. Their influence extended beyond their territory, altering predator and prey behaviors. The ecological ripple effect of such dominant predators shaped the landscape. They were the undisputed rulers, their roars declarations of sovereignty. The name Tumbela became synonymous with a potent ethereal form of dominance. At their peak, the Tumbela coalition was awe-inspiring, commanding a vast territory. Their physical condition was magnificent, epitomizing apex predators. The birth of cubs marked a crucial phase, ensuring their lineage. Compared to other famous coalitions, the Tumbela had a distinct style. Their strength lay in cohesive unity, a coordinated force. They understood their environment, using it to their advantage. The lionesses thrived, and Tumbela cubs symbolized stability and strength. They were the undisputed masters, shaping the lives of all creatures within their domain. No reign lasts forever. The Tumbela's success attracted ambitious rivals. Whispers of war began subtly, with new male lions testing their borders. Rival coalitions probed the Tumbela defenses with increasing boldness. The pressure mounted, testing their physical strength and unity. The first signs of trouble were shrinking territory and fresh battle scars. The need to defend their borders chipped away at their aura. The idyllic period of peak power gave way to turbulence and uncertainty. The hidden kings were forced into open conflict, struggling to maintain elusiveness. Relentless pressure from rivals fractured the Tumbela Brotherhood. Battles became more frequent and intense, draining their energy. One by one, the Tumbela males disappeared from their ruled landscapes. The loss of members weakened the coalition's fighting power and morale. Their territory shrank, picked apart by victorious usurpers. The fall of the Tumbela Titans was a poignant spectacle. Their reign, once secure, unraveled, leaving a void and a legend. The Brotherhood was systematically dismantled, passing into Bushveld history. In the aftermath, the Tumbela legacy became a fragmented tale, a story of rise and fall that echoed through the savannah. Their name, once synonymous with power and dominance, now whispered among the winds, carried by the rustling leaves and the distant roars of other prides. A lone survivor wandered the peripheries, a deposed king. This solitary figure, once a part of a formidable coalition, now faced the harsh realities of isolation. His every step a testament to the brutal cycle of nature, where only the strongest and most cunning survive. His struggle highlighted the harshness of life for a lone male lion. Injuries and exhaustion marked his journey, each day a battle against the elements and rival predators. The scars on his body told a story of countless fights, of victories and losses, of survival against all odds. The Tumbela Lions' legacy is complex, marked by mysterious emergence and elusive dominance. They appeared almost out of nowhere, their rise swift and their tactics shrouded in secrecy. They were masters of stealth, their movements calculated and precise, their presence felt but rarely seen. They wielded power through stealth and intelligence, leaving a distinct chapter in lion lore. Their hunting strategies were unparalleled, their ability to coordinate and execute plans a marvel of natural instinct and learned behavior. They were not just hunters, they were strategists, thinkers and leaders. Their story teaches the strength of fraternal bonds and the instability of power. The Tumbela were not just a coalition, they were a family, bound by blood and loyalty. Yet, their tale also serves as a reminder of how quickly power can shift, how alliances can fracture, and how the mighty can fall. The Tumbela exemplified cooperative success and the consequences of fractured unity. Their ability to work together brought them great success, but internal conflicts and external pressures eventually led to their downfall. Their story is a microcosm of the larger dynamics at play in the wild. Their reign was short, but their shadow lingers in every paw print. The marks they left on the land are more than just physical. They are imprints of a legacy that continues to influence the behavior and strategies of other lions in the region. Their story continues to be told, a reminder of the wild's raw beauty and enduring spirit. The Tumbela may no longer roam the savannah, but their legend lives on, a testament to the resilience and majesty of the lion, the true king of the beasts. What made the Tumbela Lions unlike any coalition before them? This question echoed across the sun-baked plains. Many had seen powerful lions, many had heard terrifying roars. But the Tumbelas, they were different. They carried an air of mystery, you see. Their story was not shouted from the treetops, it was whispered in the rustling grass. A legend in the making, truly. These were not just any lions, no. They were the Tumbela brothers, a name that soon became legend. People spoke of them with awe, and also with a little bit of fear. What was their secret, everyone wondered? How did they rule so quietly, but with such complete authority? Their ways were not the common ways of lions. They were a puzzle, an enigma. The African savanna is a harsh place. It is a land of life and death. The Tumbela Lions had a look all their own. It set them apart immediately. Their manes were the first thing you noticed. So dark, almost like polished ebony. They were full and thick, framing their faces. A clear sign of their prime strength, and of good genes, many experts said. These manes were like royal crowns, worn with a quiet, regal dignity. Then there was their build. Oh, they were powerfully made, each one a specimen of raw muscle, not just bulky but sleek and athletic. Their bodies spoke of immense capability. Every movement was fluid, yet packed with force. You could see the power in their shoulders, in their strong legs, built for chase and conquest. They were truly magnificent creatures, and their eyes, those Tumbela eyes, they held an intimidating stare indeed. When it came to hunting, the Tumbelas were artists. They were true masters of stealth. Their approach was very different, you see. Not the usual noisy, chaotic chase. No, they moved like whispers in the wind, like shadows stretching long in the evening light. Their prey often had no idea, no warning that danger was so near, until it was far too late, alas. Patience was their greatest virtue in the hunt. They could wait for hours, perfectly still, hidden in the tall grasses or dense bush. Watching, learning, choosing the right moment. Each lion in the coalition knew its role. They worked together with amazing coordination. A silent language passed between them. This teamwork was their deadly secret weapon. It made them incredibly successful. The Tumbela Lions earned a special name. Locals often called them the Hidden Ones. This was because they were rarely seen. Unless they wanted to be seen, that is. They patrolled their vast territory quietly, marking their boundaries with subtle signs, not with constant loud roaring challenges. Their control was more like a silent understanding, an undisputed fact of life in their domain. Their patrols were not just random wanderings. Oh no, they were highly strategic. The Tumbelas knew every path, every waterhole, every secret spot within their kingdom. They moved with clear purpose, you see, checking their borders, reinforcing their claim, always watchful, always alert to any change. Any intruder would be dealt with swiftly, but often without much fuss or noise. They used the land to their advantage. Section 5. A different kind of king, calm dominance, and leadership. The leadership style of the Tumbela Lions was unique. It was very different from what we often see. Most lion coalitions are full of noise, roaring contests, and sometimes brutal fights. Fights for dominance within the group. But the Tumbelas showed a calm dominance. Their power was undeniable, yet it was quiet. It was absolute, but rarely needed to be proven with violence. How did they make their decisions? It was hard to tell for sure. Perhaps one older, wiser male was the leader, or maybe they decided things together. Their bond as brothers was incredibly strong. You could see the trust between them. They moved as one unit, always supporting each other. This unity was a key to their success. There was little squabbling among them. Their interactions with the prides they controlled were also notable, especially with the lionesses and their cubs. Section 6. Echoes in the Savannah, the rise of the Tumbela Coalition. Every legend has a beginning, does it not? The Tumbela Coalition is no different. The story of the Tumbela Lions started quietly, almost imperceptibly. No one knows exactly where they came from, or how they first banded together. Perhaps they were once young nomadic males, brothers driven from their birth pride, seeking a place to call their own. Forced to wander the vast, dangerous plains, they faced countless perils. Their early days must have been very challenging, filled with hunger and danger. They had to learn to survive together, to fight for every meal, for every safe resting place, forging a bond that would become their strength. Then came their first true test, their first major takeover of a territory, a pivotal moment in their journey. It must have been a fierce confrontation against established males, older and experienced, a battle of wills and strength. We can only imagine the struggle, the intensity of the fight. But the Tumbelas likely used their unique style, strategy and teamwork, not just raw power, to outmaneuver their opponents. They surprised their rivals perhaps with their cunning and coordination, and a new power began to rise in the land, a coalition that would soon be known far and wide. The legend started to take shape, a story of resilience and dominance. After that first victory, they grew stronger, more confident in their abilities. They started to consolidate their power, uniting more lions under their banner. One by one, they took over more prides, expanding their influence. Their territory expanded across the savannah, marking the rise of the Tumbela Coalition. Section 7. The Reign of Whispers, their impact on the Othawa Pride. Let us now turn to the Othawa Pride, a group of lions whose fate was intricately tied to the arrival of the Tumbela brothers. This pride became central to the Tumbela story, a tale of transformation and survival. Before the Tumbelas arrived, things were different, and the landscape of power was uncertain. Perhaps the Othawa Pride was struggling, their numbers dwindling and their strength waning. Maybe it was led by older, weaker males, or perhaps it faced constant threats from rivals, making survival a daily challenge. The lionesses might have been anxious, their cubs often in danger, always on the lookout for threats. The pride needed a change, a new strength to guide them through the harsh realities of the savannah. Then the Tumbela brothers appeared, bringing with them a promise of power and protection. Their arrival at the Othawa territory was momentous, a turning point in the pride's history. Was there a big fight for control? Did the Tumbelas have to prove their dominance through fierce battles? Or did the existing males sense the shift in power and step aside, recognizing the inevitable change? Perhaps they yielded to the Tumbela's silent, imposing presence, understanding that resistance was futile. The Othawa lionesses would have watched carefully, assessing these new, dark-maned males, wondering what their reign would bring. Hope and fear mixed in their golden eyes, a blend of anticipation and uncertainty. The Tumbelas brought significant changes, positive changes for the Othawa Pride, altering their destiny. They were excellent protectors, you see, always vigilant and ready to defend their territory. Cub survival rates likely increased, as the Tumbelas ensured a safer environment for the young ones. With their superior hunting skills, food was plentiful, and the pride no longer faced the specter of starvation. The pride began to flourish under their rule, thriving in ways they hadn't before. Section 8. The Inevitable Sunset, the Fading of the Tumbela Era. But even the greatest reigns must come to an end. This is the unchanging law of the wild. Time marches on for all creatures. The mighty Tumbela Lions were no exception. Slowly, they began to grow older. Their magnificent dark manes perhaps showed flecks of gray. Their powerful bodies, once tireless, began to feel the years. The hunts became a little harder, the patrols a little slower, and as they aged, new challengers appeared. This is always the way in the savannah. Young, ambitious lions, full of strength, eager to make their own mark, to test the legends they had heard about. The Tumbelas faced these new threats. The whispers in the grass now spoke of new battles. The circle of life continued to turn. Relentless and unforgiving it is. How did their reign finally conclude? Did they go down in a blaze of glory, fighting one last epic battle to defend their legacy? Section 9. A legacy etched in silence, the enduring legend. What then is the true legacy of the Tumbela Lions? Is it their strength, their intelligence, or perhaps something more profound? They were undoubtedly more than just a coalition of big cats. They were a symbol of unity, resilience, and the intricate social structures that define the wild. They became a phenomenon, a living legend that transcended the boundaries of their territory. Their story was passed down, told around campfires by guides and trackers, shared by researchers and wildlife lovers. It became a tale of wonder and admiration. They captured the imagination of so many, inspiring countless stories, documentaries, and even scientific studies. Their tale became part of the rich folklore of the African bush, a narrative that intertwined with the very essence of the land. They also changed how we think about lion behavior, showing us the depth of their social bonds and the complexity of their interactions. They showed us that there is not just one way to be a king. Each lion had its own personality, its own way of ruling. They proved that intelligence and strategy can be as mighty as brute force. Their hunting techniques were a testament to their cunning and cooperation. That silence can be as powerful as a roar. In their quiet moments, they commanded as much respect as in their loudest. The Tumbelas taught us to observe more keenly, to listen not just to the sounds of the wild but also to its profound silences. In those silences we found wisdom. There too lie great stories, stories that speak of survival, adaptation, and the unspoken rules of the wild. Did their unique traits live on? Their distinctive features, their behaviors, their dark manes, their calm demeanor? These traits became markers of their lineage. Perhaps their genes were passed to new generations. Young lions exhibiting similar traits sparked curiosity and hope. Observers sometimes reported seeing young males with unusually dark coats, and a certain quiet confidence. These sightings kept the legend alive. Whispers would start again. Could that be a descendant, a Tumbela offspring? The speculation added to the mystique. Their bloodline, a subtle echo of their magnificent past. A legacy that seemed to defy time, a thread of their story continuing, each new generation a testament to their enduring influence. In a world ruled by roar and rage, the Tumbelas whispered their power. Their strength lay in their quiet confidence and strategic brilliance. Their legend is etched not in loud declarations, but in the quiet respect they commanded, in the stability they brought, and in the enduring mystery that surrounds them. Their story is a testament to the silent strength that defines true leadership.